What was that?
that? I don't know.
Oh, was that me? Is that me on my end? Yeah, I gotta play that for you though. But we live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again tuning in to the Indie Unplugged, man. It's your man. Hold up, do I got some claps? I do got some. No, that's crickets.
Crickets instead of claps.
It's your man.
It's crazy.
Look, they be like, yeah, it's your man B Vaughan. What's good, y'all? Like, dang, that's we to get crickets. But now, ladies and gentlemen, here. The Indie Unplugged, man. What's good, homie?
Hey man, it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood, brother. Man, I kid you not, I've been working, once again, because we indies, we be having full-time jobs. And my job had me working day and night. Got me working day and night.
You working day and night.
Ooh. Yo, matter of fact, I'm looking forward to this movie, bro.
Oh yeah, what you think about that? That guy looked kind of scary looking to me.
That's his nephew. Yeah, hey.
Is it his actual nephew?
Yeah. That's Jermaine's son.
Wow.
And Jaafar actually got vocals though. Like if you go check,
I heard somebody say like he legit
yeah,
got talent.
Jaafar got some vocals, bro. I think he gonna do an amazing job, bro. I literally think he's gonna do an amazing job. So I'm looking forward to seeing Jaafar as as his uncle, because I think he's
That's
gonna, I think
crazy.
kill it. I think he's gonna kill it. I think people gonna walk out of there like, yo, he did it. He did it.
I hope so.
Looking forward to that.
Cause
But
hey, the word on the street right now is like people say they tired of MJ. They like Chris Brown done caught up. Chris Brown the greatest of all times. That's what the word on the street is.
look, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. You can always have another person that can be great at something. You know what I'm saying? Like there is not a corner on the market for greatness. Not one person can hold the I don't know. Let me go back because maybe Michael Jackson can. But for me, Mike and Chris their styles are completely different. Like I wouldn't even compare Chris Brown to Michael Jackson from a musical perspective because what they do is just different. Even though Chris does some pop stuff, but Michael his stuff was just, yeah, it was just, yeah. Even though that's Chris Brown's, hero coming from Chris Brown's own mouth, right?
Right.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, can Chris Brown ever be better than Michael Jackson? Probably. His story's not over.
Yeah, that part. I mean, you got to think Chris Brown is still like I don't know what 17, 18 years younger than Michael Jackson was.
Yep.
Or would have been.
Yep.
In addition to the fact that, like, I mean, Mike, when you think about it, he just has some amazing songs.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris has had some amazing songs, and he's got a much deeper catalog than Mike at this point already.
Yeah.
So if he can continue to make hit records, it's gonna be, yeah, it's not gonna be looking good for Mike. Mike ain't never hit a backflip, so.
But Mike moonwalk, bro. Like, come on now.
I know everybody always say Mike invented the moonwalk and he made little Asian people pass out.
He actually
and they're gonna hold them two things over Chris Brown's head until Chris make some Indian person have a seizure.
I cannot say Michael Jackson invented the moonwalk.
Oh, okay.
I can't because there's video evidence that he didn't. There's video evidence that some guy was doing it way before Michael Jackson. Wow. But Mike took it and perfected it. Michael Jackson is like the Apple of phones.
Of the phones. Android did it all first, but
first, but
He
albums
just he took it worldwide though.
exactly. He's taking it worldwide. So, but yeah, nah, there was some stuff out there that somebody did first before Michael did it. Michael just took it and perfected it and made it smooth the way he does. So, but think about it. We've never seen it. We would have never seen it because
On that
we
stage, if it wasn't for him.
it's right. We did back in the day. You know, y'all today are lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an old head, even though you can see just a little bit of the gray. I had to shave it all off. We didn't have access to video like we do today. And we didn't have access to video from all over the world. So we never knew it. So I'm sure Michael in all his travels.
My man Trap said some British dude
Who's Trap?
taught Mike how to do it.
Who said that? Where's Trap at?
He just texted me.
Oh,
I
he
don't
did?
know if he's on the
I don't know. If he's on here, say what's up.
feed or not.
Yeah, I don't see Trap on the feed, but yeah, I think that's what it was. I think Mike saw somebody do it and was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. This is
I literally was sitting here getting ready to Google like who taught Michael Jackson
facts.
how to moonwalk.
Facts. That's right. So he said it was he said it was who?
He said a British dude.
Probably. Who's the British dude?
That's a good question. He'll never be Michael Jackson.
It would never be. That's right. So, but it was someone.
Somebody says, or AI. Let's see. Let's cross-reference. Let me cross-reference it first. Hold on. Okay. I'm seeing here in several places that it says Jeffrey Daniel.
Who's that?
Jeffrey Daniel was a member of Shalimar.
That did the lecture slide? Not a lecture slide, the moonwalk.
Yeah. He said he called it the backslide.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Hold up. Look, hold up. So y'all can see what I'm looking at. Hold on. Let's see if this is what he's doing. Hold on, let's see.
I knew that there's a music breakdown in the middle of the song with the bass boom, 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 boom. So there's a music breakdown. So I saved that
the 70
part of the song to the backslide, and so I set it up. And when I knew it was coming,
I knew Mike wasn't the first to do it, but yeah.
Ooh, now when Mike put the little shuffle with it, and then Mike put his hands in his pocket.
That was different, right? When Mike differently, that was a different thing. And so, but
it
Mike,
wasn't a different thing, but it just had a little extra swag on it.
That mug looked mad.
Yeah, he put the swagoo on it, but your man was smooth. That was a smooth rendition of the backslide.
Hey, that mug was right. I mean, imagine that. Look, hold on. I ain't want to get in trouble by YouTube, but this whole thing. Then we'll get into the additional conversations.
Look, and then shout out to if he decided to call it a moonwalk. That's a way better name than the backslide.
Here's the thing. I remember live on TV watching him do this. Oh shoot! Let me get to the moonwalk.
Man, Mike is brown.
Right, Mike.
There you go.
There,
Oh, he ain't put his hand in his pocket. He hadn't got to the hand in the pocket stage yet.
it was so
But
short
it
though.
was nice though.
Right, it was nice, but he wasn't the first person to do it, and so that's the crazy.
Man. Which we don't know if Jeffrey Daniel was first, but Jeffrey had a nice little rendition of it.
Nah, because the Michael, I think I closed it because Mike's came out. When was that? I got to go back. I closed
He
it.
said he taught it to. They saying he taught it to MJ in '82, and then MJ popularized it as the moonwalk in '83 when he did the Motown 25.
Right. Here we go. So he wasn't the first. And that's the thing about, somebody like Chris Brown is that Chris Brown still has many more years to go ahead of him. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? By the blessings of the Lord, he has many more years, to go. So his musical abilities could just explode. Pause. Could just, right? I knew. Literally, he has more capability just from a musical perspective to really catapult himself as to being either one of the greatest or the greatest. But yeah. But man, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Indie Unplugged. I am your man, of course, B. Vaughan. And of course, this is
Tye Huntley.
Tye Huntley, ladies and gentlemen.
T-Y-E, that is me.
And tonight we're gonna get into a couple topics. Let's first start off, man, with a lot of topics are gonna have probably the word crazy in it. So
that's just the state of the world right now.
State of the world. So if y'all haven't seen, y'all should have seen. I'm as I always do. Let me read it. R&B singer Mario recently sat down with Cam Newton. This was a minute ago on Cam Newton's podcast where Cam Newton asked him the super viral question, which I think he knew when he was going to ask, which male today can really sing, right? So he asked Mario. Mario gave his opinion on it when Cam threw out a bunch of names, and my man was like, here's what I think about him. But before we even start talking about it, I want to watch a part of it. And the reason why I want to watch a part of it is because I want you to see Mario when Cam starts this whole thing. That's a crazy thing. So give me one. Let me get past the ads, right? Because I ain't got YouTube Premium because I'm broke, so I'm not paying for it.
No, because it's not cost effective to pay for the premium version.
Not today. The way my bank account is set up is I can't afford YouTube Premium, so it got ads, and it must load slower because it ain't here yet. So
every singer.
Hold up, here we go. Let me go to screen share. Let me go back. All right, look. So
can't sing. Right. True. And not to
can't sing. Every singer can't sing. I get what you're saying.
I will give you a list of artists.
Okay.
And you will say if they can or can't.
All right, cool.
In
my opinion. All right.
Bryson Tiller.
Listen, if Bryson wanted to sing more, he could.
It's either a yes
or a no.
No.
Nah, I feel you. I would say
So right then I already knew it was gonna be a problem. As soon as I saw all that, I knew it was gonna be a problem. And so when Mario, look at Mario. He got the red zipper jackets on up there. You know what I'm saying?
Giving Thriller vibes.
So Mario feeling himself, right? He's like,
was that Beat It? I guess it's both.
Oh,
MJ had on red in both.
Yeah, both, right? Yeah. When I was younger, I had both. I had both. When I was younger.
I had the Beat It jacket.
I had to beat it.
My pockets wasn't real, but it had all the zippers though. But you couldn't put your hand in all of them pockets.
It just had the zipper joint, but you couldn't do anything. I think I had.
You couldn't get up in there. It had like 5 real pockets, but that mug had about 36 zippers on it.
Exactly. Well, I think I begged my mom to death with that thing. She came home one day with it. Look what I got. I was like, that thing. Yeah, I loved it. She didn't have to thrill it.
I lived in Cleveland. I think my stepdad got it hot off the street somewhere.
Yeah, dang, off the street.
I'll take it.
But yeah,
Appreciate.
But look, your boy Mario, man, your boy Mario out here thinking. So first, Cam got the right person. I think Cam got the right person in the chair to ask that question to.
I think he knew it.
Because
he knew he had the right person.
Yeah, because Mario is the type of person, from what I've seen on the internet, because I don't know Mario, whichever way you want to pronounce it, personally, but from the persona that he displays, from his character online, he's the right person to do that, right? I could tell from when he was doing the verses with the Mario.
Yeah, on the verses, he was like, man, y'all sound crazy.
On the verses. So I could see, okay, he's the type of person you would want to ask this question, because he's going to give it to you. He
oh yeah.
If it's something viral, he's gonna like, yes, right. I want to be the person to do that. And for him to sit up there and say and rank his peers according to his opinion, it's just crazy to me. It was just crazy, the whole thing. Like, one, who put you in a position? Well, let me say it this way first. Who put you in a position where you are the judge of singing abilities for your peers, right? Because they are your peers. You're not above them or below. They literally your peers. So what gives you the ability? My man said, it's corny. Yeah, right. So what gives you the ability to sit in that seat of judgment to say whether this person can and cannot sing? Now, of course, art is subjective. People have their own opinions and thoughts about art, who can and can't sing, and who can and can't rap, and all this other stuff. I just thought it was crazy that when he was going through the names, and he just laughed, Bryson Tiller, and it went downhill from there.
I mean, Mario, he think he can sing anyway, so which he can. He blow down.
Mario can sing.
Yeah, he nice, and he know that the majority of the singers, especially that came after him, it's more about style than it is about actual vocal talent. I mean, he probably is one of the last ones to come along before auto-tune got really heavy in the game, him and Chris. So, he probably got a chip on his shoulder for that alone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here's the thing though. Can you say what your personal ranking is, not as a peer, but as a consumer of music, as a fan of the genre? I think it's okay for him to have an opinion in that way. But at the same time, if you voicing your opinion is, like Cam set it up in a way that basically got you dragging your peers,
that's what he did.
Then you probably need to bow out on that conversation. Like, yo, all my mans is pause. They do their thing. Everybody's got some of their own style, but obviously it's working for everybody. Everybody's selling albums. Everybody doing shows. I love all of their music. You don't get into the, man, like it just never gonna be a good look, because somebody's gonna take offense to how you run it down.
Oh, they did. So of course,
and most of them can't really sing or sing better than him, but you just don't. Come on, man. We got enough division in the community already, man. We don't need no more.
We do. And I think that's the thing. I mean, I think a lot of times people have to be honest with their own capabilities when it comes to their musical talent. Now, Cam asked him questions from a peer perspective, right? But to me, he's not asking him about people like Luther and Brian McKnight, Teddy Pendergrass, and Marvin Gaye, and you know what I'm saying? Like vocal dudes who would smash you in a
Due to a smash you is
Smash you in a vocal ability. You know what I'm saying? Like none of y'all going up against Luther.
Yeah.
Period.
No.
Saying like, so Mario, go sit down somewhere. You're not going. You're not. I'm not getting where to I can sing it out. I'm not going there. But you're not singing better than Luther. And I don't think you're the Luther of this generation to be saying that these other people can and can't sing. I think Luther was a great person to say from a vocal perspective because of what he was able to do vocally of really who can and can't, really sing like that. But Mario was crazy because Ray J responded. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the
But
Ray
what
J?
did Ray J say?
So Ray J was like,
Oh, maybe I did hear that. Okay, say it. Go ahead.
Ray J was like, I could play it, but Ray J was like, really? He was like, Mario, I challenge you to like a versus. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
Yeah. He was saying, let's go song for song, right?
oh, he like not the stuff we got, but like new stuff. Like the stuff that, I'm like, Ray J, regardless, bro. And this was the Breakfast Club talked about it. They talked about the same thing in regards to this. And they were trying to go say, okay, what songs could Ray J play that could go head to head with songs that Mario could play? And I give it to him. Ray J has some bangers.
He got some joints.
He got some bangers, right?
Yeah, he got some joints.
He said, "Nah, Ray J gotta go sit down."
Ray J got some joints. He ain't got enough joints to compete.
Ain't got enough
with
though.
Mario.
No,
but we not gonna act like Ray J don't have no joints. That's my man Trap, Frank T. Stein.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna act like, hey, don't get out of pocket now. Ray J got some joints,
right? Ray J got
he just don't have enough.
Not to go. No, not enough to go against somebody like a Mario, right? So he got, of course, his only song, One Wish, right? Sexy Can I? What was the I Hit It First, Late Again. Like he had some stuff. But
so those songs were hits. But if you go even to his first album, which One Wish was not on his first album. His first album got records on it. It's nice.
I would give it to Ray J.
Ray J can sing. He
can't sing.
Nut. But
dang.
Yeah, but he actually got a voice though.
Anybody can sing. I think, and I think that was the
part.
I think that was the part that Mario was saying.
Not anybody can sing. That's not.
Anybody can sing. But I'm not saying that your singing is
trying to hear that Raz B album or something.
I'm trying to say your singing is good.
Right. There you go.
Right. Anybody can sing something. That doesn't mean they're technically good at singing that.
Yeah. True.
Which is why I think he was trying to use the differentiation between sing and sang. Now he right. Can't, you know what I'm saying? Like sing, but he can't sing though. He can't hit a note.
Right. Bryson gonna deliver a record. Omarion gonna deliver a record. But can they sing? Should you drop the track and let them just go to work? I don't think so. I think they need to clock out and go home early. They ain't about to go to work.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I think, even if we're talking from an indie perspective, right? An indie perspective, there's going to be times like this that people criticize your art, right? When they're going to judge the art that you put, right? And so you're going to have for all of us as indies, we have to think about how do we respond in a situation like this where somebody's going to criticize what we do from an art perspective. And because a lot of times it's our babies, like we love it. Like every beat that I make, song that I love it. It's like, yeah, this is mine. But I remember playing beats that I loved for one of my homies who's a Grammy winning producer, and I played it for him. He laughed. He was like, yo, he was like, it's trash, bro. Like, and I loved it, right? He did. He was like, it was, you made this. Like, let's go put that in the receptacle. But
not the receptacle.
But you got to have tough skin because people are going to formulate opinions about your music and what you do as an independent. So that's why I tell a lot of people, sometimes you may or may not be cut out for the music industry because people are going to criticize almost everything.
You gotta have that thick skin. But most importantly too, my indie takeaway was, don't get into the he say, she say. Like, you want to be able to collaborate and work with everybody. You want to be able to move around with good energy. It's just some kind of conversations you just don't get into. Like they won't yield you anything that benefits your career.
Right.
I got a
Right.
little Bow Wow going crazy in the background, but to start naming names of who can and who can't, it's never going to be a good look in the independent space. Just give the respect to everybody who's out there putting forth the effort.
Right.
You don't have to work with them if you don't think they're talented, but definitely don't get in front of a microphone on a recorded platform talking about who can and who can't. That's just usually not going to end well for you.
Yeah, Omarion. I think Omarion's response was probably a very mature diplomatic response to the whole thing, right? Marion's like, look, here's the deal. He said, we got enough division, right? We should be working together, right? I love to see another black man get paid, right? I got to throw a J. Cole verse in there somewhere. But he was like, I love to see, even pretty much, I love to see another black man get paid. Like, let's not divide each other, but let's do something good together. And you trying to cause division by saying who can and can't sing. And Sway was like, so you think you ever work with again? He was like, nah.
Right.
Probably won't ever work with him again because of his behavior, and what he has to say. Not even just that, but the whole thing what he did with the cameraman joint, which we had talked about. I think
that was wild. We did talk about that.
So
So Mario kind of got a pattern to him of how he get down anyway.
got a pattern, Mario. That's what's going on.
Yeah,
you got a behavioral.
But yeah, I don't know. When Mario was like, "Yo, y'all sound crazy," he wasn't lying at the verses. They did sound pretty bad. They sounded pretty bad.
Yeah.
But to Omarion's point, you can't even really play in my face and talk about whether I sound good or not. I done sold way too many albums.
Exactly.
I done sold way too many tickets.
Exactly.
I done had way too many records on Billboard. I don't want way too many awards for you to even have me in a conversation where you can say anything negative about me. I wouldn't do that to you. Don't do that to me.
Yo, what would be crazy to find out? Hold up. Let me I like searching.
I feel like I'm trying to even remember. I feel like Mario was what, maybe
I don't know. That's
4 or 5 albums. I could be wrong. I'd be underestimating people's album total.
I'm looking. I want to see who has won more awards. Mario has won more awards than Marion with 5 wins compared to Marion's it says known 1. I don't know if that's accurate. Did Mario only win 1 award? I don't know if that's accurate. So Mario has received 5 awards from 21 nominations. Omarion has sold over 758,000 copies since his, I think this is up his debut album. But Omarion is, and I think that's the thing. Let's give homage what homage is due. They both have sold records. All of them have sold records, whether it's Ray J, The Weeknd, Chris Brown.
But see, that's Omarion by himself. But Omarion, obviously, as lead singer of B2K, he done moved hella units. So he proved that he could do it both with a group and individually.
That's right. And so they both got, and I think that's the lesson, right? Figure out ways to work together. Stop the I don't know, with Mario hating. Was he hating on all of them? Probably. Is it hating? See, that's the thing I get about that word, right? Hating on someone. Because to me, for me, my definition, I know that's probably not even part of the conversation, but for me, if he says Omarion has made a more prolific amount of music than your man.
Oh, that's without question.
Yeah.
I said for a long time that Omarion is the most prolific R&B male artist of our generation, because you could go listen to whether it was his mixtapes, whether it was his stuff with B2K, whether it was his actual albums. He has very few bad songs.
Mm-hmm.
They might not have been singles, but that man got slaps and snaps.
Look, I ain't never seen
go with the 20 million records that he done sold worldwide.
look, I ain't never seen Mario in no dance battle. You know what I'm saying? Mario in there doing it, popping and locking. But but yeah, I think that's the thing. Just we got enough division. I mean,
That's
we're
a
not
fact.
secret about who is the best.
Yeah. Like you said, Omarion's response was real mature.
Now, yeah. Now, if I was to say it, I'm gonna be real immature. Y'all ain't touching Luther, period. Okay? So go sit down somewhere until you get your game up to the level of Luther, right? Once you get there, then maybe you could say something. So,
Yeah.
all right, man. Yeah, for sure. I wanted to bring this back up. I had seen this started to resurface once again. I don't know why it's a big thing. I think because Versus is starting back up, right? I think that was the thing. Versus has started back up. So now the whole conversation
No
about
Limit versus
the No Limit versus
Cash Money.
Cash Money, which was dope. I saw Juvenile talking about that he wasn't going to perform if Lil Wayne didn't come. That was his thing. I think that was for the Versus. Yeah, I think that was for the Versus. But he came anyway and did his whole and showed out for the group and all that stuff. But which I thought was crazy. But anyway, so since the whole Versus is now coming back up, the whole topic of who can go against Jay-Z is back. Right?
Yeah.
Who can go against Jigga Man in a Versus? Right. So Jay-Z, it says, with a catalog spanning more than 25 years of dominance, 13 solo albums, and countless features, Jay-Z stands as one of the few artists whose influence, lyricism, and longevity make him nearly untouchable. Is that true? Is Jigga Man untouchable? Can anyone like Nas or Lil Wayne, Kanye West, Drake, or even Eminem contend on that stage?
You didn't say T.I.
With
So
or T.I. I would even
best
put
to ever do it. Can't get us out.
T.I. got some hits. T.I. got
all more hits than anybody.
Not Jay-Z though. He ain't got more hits than Jay-Z. Let's go research the factuals. Yeah.
I think it's really close. I think it's actually really close. Yeah. T.I. is the most prolific of all. I mean, then his bars are always barring. He's bar none.
Let's find out.
Hanna-Barbera.
Jay-Z has more hits than T.I. when considering the total number of top 10 hits, as he has compared to 22 compared to T.I.'s 11. While Jay-Z has a higher number of total top 10 hits on the Billboard, T.I. has the same number of number one hits, which is 4. So Jay-Z has 2,
best ever.
T.I. has 11. Jay-Z has, and they both have 4 number one hits. Well, Jay-Z still has 22 over.
Yeah, but they're not. T.I.'s got better projects all around in totality. Bar for bar.
I don't know about that. I know you're a T.I. guy, but I don't know about that though.
Bar for bar, line for line. T.I. is better. And I love Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. I definitely have bumped plenty of Jay-Z. He's just not better than T.I.
It's going to turn into a Cam Newton and Murray.
Yeah, no. Hey, everybody's great, but somebody's got to be the greatest, and that's going to be T.I.
That's not T.I.
I'm glad we can agree on that.
I mean,
because it's important for the culture.
Did I hear someone mention that T.I. could? I think somebody did say T.I. probably could stand on that stage with Jay-Z.
Absolutely. I heard earlier today, Charlemagne said that he felt like Kanye could go song for song with Jay-Z.
If I think about, and do I got my
Kanye? Kanye could probably go song for song, but he can't go bar for bar with Jay-Z. And Kanye had some nice bars early in his career. Them first 3 albums, he was spitting some fire.
But Versus is not all about bar for bar. It's about.
Well, that's why nobody can beat T.I. He's got more radio smash records, than anybody to ever lived ever.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I'm stating that's almost like I'm reading it from the book of facts.
Book of facts.
It's the truth.
Jay-Z has 14 number one albums on the Billboard. Kanye has 11. Jay-Z has 25 Grammys, which of course we didn't even talk about the whole Grammy thing. Kanye has 24. Jay-Z has more overall #1 hit singles, and Kanye has, of course, more than 5. That's facts. Could Kanye stand on that? And I guess the question is, why is it even important? Like if we were to talk about this conversation from that perspective, why is it important for anyone to even consider being in competition with someone else from that perspective? I mean, there's competition is a good thing.
Sure. It gives
I,
you something to aspire to.
and that's what I think competition is, if used in a right capacity, could be a great contributor to a person's success, right?
Yeah.
So my Grammy winning, there's a bunch of them, but this one in particular, uh, when the same dude who said my beats are trash when I played it for him. Courtney, if you're watching out there in the world, you know we know this happened.
Yeah, Courtney, we don't appreciate you.
I literally compared myself to him, and I was like, "Yo, he can make beats. I'm good. He's doing all this stuff. I could be doing all this stuff. Blah blah blah." Right? And I'm just a transparency moment, because the motivation I had for the comparison wasn't good. Right? It was not. I'm just being honest. It was like, man, I could be good too. How come I can't? And this is like one of my closest homies, like closest homies. And I had to get out of that. I was like, yeah, that's not healthy. And if the competition is not healthy and is used to cause division, and is used to cause you to operate from a different mindset perspective, where you're probably hating on that person or whatever the behaviors are that you are exuding towards that other person, then that's not good. But if it's used for motivation, if it's used for you to sharpen your tools and your game and stuff like that, yeah, I'm good for competition like that. I don't think that's a lot of times. I don't think that's what the intent of verses really is. But I'm just saying it from a comparative perspective. If a person was to compare themselves to an individual, somebody else that's of higher caliber, use it as a motivator, not as a deterrent, I would say.
I agree with that. I
Yeah.
think that should be the healthiest way and the most common way that we use it, but it does give you a benchmark to say, if I think this is good, am I at or above that level? And it does give people the perspective and the motivation that they need in
Mhm.
order to maybe even challenge or push themselves to get a better product.
Mhm.
So when I listen to T.I., I'm like, man, Jay-Z really need to step his game up. That's the first thing that come to my mind, because I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah.
Jay-Z's got nice records, but he don't have none like T.I. So, it's not too late. Jay-Z might be 50, but he need to get back in the studio.
I don't even have any T.I. albums, bro. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Right?
That's
Nah,
probably not.
I'm
Ice
good.
will probably come banging on your door real
He's-
shortly. Get you up out of here. You need to go and get up out of here. Um,
those are lies, of course, right? Because I mean, I got. I'm not. I'm just. I got how many albums in here? 4 albums. He got probably more than that, but I got 4. I
oh, he
got.
got way more than that, but
Yeah.
they're all excellent.
No,
They're all
so look, I got
premium quality.
Time Trap. I got No Mercy. I got Trouble Man. Heavy as the Head, and I got 11 Months in One Day.
Oh man, you don't have King or
Mm-mm.
oof.
I do got to go get boom. That's all you get. That's your Ti, your daily Ti
Hey
trivia.
man, greatest to ever do it. He can definitely go song for song with anybody in the game, really.
Yeah, but I think that's the conversation, because I think a lot of times we as a culture, we draw lines on who is better than who all the time. Who's better than who? Is Jay-Z better
Right.
than everybody? Is Ti better than
And
everybody?
everything is compared to something else.
Is always compared to something else, or
Yeah.
someone else, and someone
Yeah.
else's achievements. And sometimes it's just like, yo, do you, bro? Like,
Yeah.
if you
Human nature has always been to compare things. My car faster than yours.
Exactly.
Yo, your girl ugly, mine ain't. That's what we do. My girl butt bigger than your girl. That's what we do. So why not do it with music?
Yo, not even just that, but it's also about a lot of bravadoism. Is that a word?
Whoa, I don't know, but if it isn't, it should be.
Bravadoism, right? I remember songs from somebody on the list that he said he can't sing, but
Oh man.
Trey Songz had a song called "Mr. Steal Your Girl."
Oh yeah.
Like it was like, yo, leave your girl with me. I'm gonna take your girl. Like I'm gonna take, and it's like it's always about what we trying to take from one another, what we got better than one another. More flashier than the other person. My house bigger than your house. My car bigger than your car. I heard a rap battle. Somebody was saying that he was like, my girl thicker than your girl. My car better than your car. My house, your house. I was like, he's like, my toe bigger than your toe. I was like, yeah, hold up, bro. Like, but it's always a comparative type of perspective that we always have in this genre of music. And it's like, yeah, it's who did I hear say it was Ja Rule? Was it Ja Rule? Did Ja Rule say that beefs are bad? He said when people could be working together, he said beefs are bad. He said because it's meant to tear people apart. He said when we really should be working together. I think it was Ja Rule. I think I just saw that recently. I'm like Ja Rule because he was talking about his beef we have with 50. So
right. Yeah. And he did a lot of collaborations. I mean, obviously that was kind of how he blew up, was off of some of those collabs. So I could see that.
So I guess to say, is there anybody in our one? Should this be a thing where we are pitted against one another?
Comparing everything.
I understand it's for the celebration of music, right? But at the end of the day, it's still a comparison because it's going to turn into I'm better than you, right? No matter what you say.
Well, yeah, we always want to know who won at the end and all this kind of stuff. So
exactly. So is there anybody who can stand up there with Jay-Z? I'm sure there is, but Jay-Z probably win, probably, right? Because there's songs that he got that people going as soon as it comes on, it's gonna be over, right?
Yeah, once T.I. play Rubber Band Man, it's a wrap. He wild as a Taliban. 9 in his right, 45 in his other hand. I mean, come on.
T.I. got some stuff. T.I. got it. He got some stuff. So I'm not gonna hold it back on T.I. when it comes to he do. T.I. got some bangers. Like T.I. got some stuff. So he probably could be a person. They probably wouldn't put him up there because he's not as global.
Yeah, he's not as much of a national.
Yeah. Yep.
And Jay-Z does have a more of a global audience. But hey, even that just speaks to, what the labels were willing to invest in pushing that product.
That's right. And so that's right.
If T.I. had got the same push, who's to say that he wouldn't have got a similar result?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't see
Jay-Z. He was a very regional artist.
Look, I ain't see Jay-Z in no movies.
You feel me?
You man said I'm a Jay-Z fan, but I tell you that the records that I love the most, they're not going to get the crowd moving like T.I. Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah. Hey, now that's a battle right there. T.I. against Ye.
That's a battle.
I know, we would probably rather pit T.I. against somebody that he would mop, like a Jeezy or a Ross or a Gucci, but he mopping all of them. He need to be against somebody bigger, like a Ye, like a Jay-Z, like a Drake,
like a Wayne,
like a Wayne.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see T.I. versus Wayne. That one
actually would be crazy. That one would be. Would be knockdown, drag out.
We're gonna say it here: T.I. versus Wayne on a versus. Like
that would be crazy.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. Kevin McCall.
Oof. Feel sorry for that brother. Yo, did you see him on No Jumper?
When was this? Recently?
Yes.
Oh no. No,
he's naming himself something. He's like, y'all trying to bring. He got all these weird crying names for himself.
what?
Oh, y'all trying to bring Crybaby McCall out today. Or he talking about y'all trying to bring Thierry LaBelle, like Patty LaBelle, but like y'all trying to bring out Passionate LaBelle today. Like, what? He was on there, and him and Whack 100 was kind of getting loud with each other.
It was 1 week ago. Nah, see, he's on
I was like, this man just making the rounds, acting crazy. You can't do nothing but feel sorry for him.
Right. He's making the rounds. I don't know if he's making the rounds so people can feel sorry for him or whatever the situation may be. Right. But he is. He says, I feel like you only say T.I. versus Wayne because they both from the South. I feel like that happens a lot of. Yeah, that's probably it, because they're, to go back to that, they're probably more similar in that instance than like a T.I. and Wayne. I'm not a T.I. or a Kanye.
Yeah, you put the problem is people's palate, right?
Right.
So you put T.I. against Jay-Z. Well, there's people who live in the Northeast, maybe even the Northwest, that may prefer that boom bap style of production, and so they're not even gonna give T.I.'s bars a chance,
right,
because the music doesn't resonate with them sonically.
right.
It's gonna be some Kanye songs. That music just don't stand up the same against T.I. production. A Kanye track and a Toomp track ain't really gonna be the same,
Right.
and so it's not comparative. And because sonically, it's not sitting in the same space.
Yeah. Yep.
Even though hook for hook, bar for bar, album for album, T.I. better than all of them.
Height for height.
Way
Walk for
taller
walk.
than Wayne.
Shoe size for shoe size.
Yeah.
They got the same shoe size. T.I. gonna be. But yeah. But Kevin McCall, and I don't know what's going on in the day and age of media where we have so many songwriters and artists who are taken to social media, taken to podcast platforms to air out grievances and to display behavior that may be erratic behavior, crazy behavior, right? I mean, and it could be his reality. It could be the reality that he's currently living in.
Yeah.
It could be facts. I don't like the word say. I don't, and y'all gonna hate me for this. But people saying, that's your truth. Yeah, it may be, but is there truth to the fact that Chris Brown didn't pay him? Could be. Is there truth to this is his situation he find himself in, that he has EBT. I wish I had EBT. Bro, I wish I had EBT.
I mean, he on No Jumper talking about he was on No Jumper, and I want to say it was another one too, but he was like, kind of like, I'm good, I'm nice, I'm always gonna be able to get work, I'm always gonna be able to do woo woo woo. My face card, as long as I look good like this, I'm always gonna have a place to stay. And Wax like, well, you the one who was up just crying talking about you was on EBT. Like, he like, oh no, y'all trying to bring that out. I was like, this guy he's lost his marbles.
And that's what I mean. Right. That's what I mean by having people go on social media, podcasts, and do things and say things and start things and rant. And it's like, hey, nobody asked you to bring this up. Nobody even knew you were on EBT, right? Nobody knew that Chris Brown didn't pay you for whatever. And the crazy thing is, Chris Brown came out and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna hate on you for a little bit. Look at my car. My car bigger than your car. My house bigger than your house." And Chris Brown came out and was like,
"Yeah,
he took a very petty perspective.
Yeah, he took the low road. But I think that stems from how Kevin McCall has handled the situation in general. And it's kind of like, you're not going to play on my face. You're not going to disrespect my name and then get on TV and cry. And then I'm supposed to just let bygones be bygones and help you get back on your feet. He like, you can eat a bowl of these if you think I'm about to help you get back on your feet after you done, think about it. When an artist gets to the point where they talking about they on EBT and woo 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 and yambity yam, I'm sure he's dragged Chris's name through every place he can find some mud to drag it through.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like necessarily the way Chris handled it, but at the same time, like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, but nobody's gonna hold it against Chris, unfortunately.
No, they're not going to hold it against Chris at all. I mean, could he have handled it differently? Probably. Could Kevin have handled it differently? Definitely.
Should Kevin have handled it differently? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's the only one who's got something to lose in this scenario, or I guess at this point he feel like he don't have nothing to lose, but
exactly.
he done lost it all. He got EBT, so
he made all his money off the songs I wrote. I mean, when you really think about how many songs Kevin wrote on Deuce on it's not even Deuces. I was about to say how many songs he wrote on Deuces. But
on that album, I don't remember which album that was, but yeah.
But the songs that he wrote on the album were like the smash songs on that album, though. Like those songs that he wrote on Fame were, yeah. So he wrote Deuces, which of course Deuces. But I just love the beginning. Like Deuce, the song that Deuces was crazy. But he wrote a couple of. Oh, maybe he just wrote Deuces.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
I'm looking at the credits.
Thought he had 2 on there. Was it just that one? I know he had another song with Chris, but maybe it wasn't on that project.
Yeah, it don't look like it's on Fame. But my favorite song on Fame is this one.
You can't put MJ's catalog up against Chris's. Nobody don't want to hear that, but
Chris does. Chris got a very thick.
When every album got 18 songs on it.
Yeah, his catalog is crazy,
insane.
Yo, so look,
deep.
So that song Deuces, not Deuces, No BS, right?
Yeah.
Henny produced it, and so I saw Henny one day at A3C. This was the very first time I ever met Henny. And I walked up to Henny and I was like, "Hey, what's good, bro?" He was like, "Hey, what's good?" I was like, "I got a question for you." I said that maybe I shouldn't tell the story, but I'm telling anyway. Henny, my bad. But everybody knows, so it's not like it's a secret. I was like, when you produced that song, did you use a motion sample loop from this particular pack, number 8? That he was like, and then you use this one, it's the same one, but a little further down, like number 13, and you put them together. He was like, yeah, I did. How you know that? I was like, I got the same pack. I was just wondering because I heard it. I don't use that no more because somebody else used it and it turned out to be you. We can never use that ever again. So, but he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. He said, well, we finessed it and played it and did what we had to do with it. But yeah, that's the thing, bro. It's like if you're on hard times, I get it. Everybody's on hard times, right? Especially in the economy that we live in today. You got a lot of independents who may be on EBT. I wish I was on EBT because I that way I could use that for everything, for the groceries and stuff without using everything. I get it,
Okay, the other song he wrote was Strip,
which was not one of the.
Strip was a good song. It says Strip
What
is
album?
platinum.
On what?
And it went to number 3 in the U.S. Billboard charts. It was on Boy in Detention, and it was on the Fortune album.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got every Chris Brown album because Chris Brown is actually he's just that dope.
And Strip was a great song. Didn't Didn't the business also produce Strip?
It may be. Hold on, I know it ain't part of the conversation. I can find out though, because I got yeah, I got where's that? Oh yes, yeah, Strip on the expanded version. Who
Let's see. Produced by the business. Yeah.
oh, yep, there it is. Henny. Yep. Lonnie Burrell, Kevin McCall, Seven Streeter. Yep. But the thing is I understand if you got situations that you're facing, things that you're dealing with, you got to figure out how to handle them constructively. I'm always not about burning bridges. I don't like burning bridges because one day you may be up, the next day you may be down, and then the person that could probably provide aid to you is the person that you probably just bashed, right? And
Right.
now you just
The
burned
bridge you just burned.
and you're not even just burning that bridge. You're probably burning other bridges along that journey because he seems to be on a run, saying whatever he's saying, and he's burning bridges along the way. And that's never good in any situation, in anything that you may find yourself in. So I just don't think he took the right approach in how he did that. So that's my take on
Agreed.
that.
Agreed.
Mhm.
That's another one of those things for the indie artists. Don't crash out. And
Don't
if you're
crash.
going to crash out, make sure that the camera's not recording.
Exactly. Turn it
You
off.
don't go viral for a crash out.
Nobody needs to hear it. Nobody needs to see it. If you deal with it the way you need to deal with it, but don't publicize it so that you could go viral and get. That's just not always a good look. So don't do it. So, but I do want to get into the click debate though. If y'all don't know, we got a new format, right? What we just did was called the Indie Report. We're gonna concise that down a little bit so we can make a little bit of time for stuff like the click debate. But I was thinking about the click debate, and especially with things that was happening this week to talk about the greatest hip hop groups of all time. Right? Me and B had this conversation before, talking about the greatest hip hop groups of all time. And as I thought about it, I was like, how do we measure greatest hip hop group of all time? Right. And I thought about things like cultural impact, their catalog and consistency, their influence on other artists, the chemistry of the group, and their longevity and relevance, right? So if you had to, right, I didn't see this, but yeah, to make that sure that Stein, I agree. Hence why I don't use packs, because everybody got them, and so many people can use those as well. But yeah. So the greatest, so that was the position that I thought when I was really
Hey,
considering.
you can say that's why you don't use packs, but that man made a smash with that pack.
That pack too, and so here's the thing that I learned about packs. Once somebody use it and it becomes popularized, you never can use it again.
No, that's a fact. But hey, in his
Nobody.
case, he used it, he smashed it, and now reason people can't use it is because he smashed it. So
he smashed it.
It's a race to the smash.
It's a race to the smash. It is, because I done seen loops being used. Was it Rihanna's birthday cake? I done seen. There's so many loops I done seen. Matter of fact, not only loops are a yeah, he did. Loops are it's just one of those things. Either you love them or you hate them. He said yeah. He said yeah, he did. Yeah, he smashed it. They killed that track. But loops are a thing. You either love them or you hate them. But when you even think about this this song, I'm gonna play this beginning because that's all it takes. YouTube don't demonetize us because what I'm getting ready to play.
The first thing I always think about is the Tyrese and the Brat song.
That boom 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 is from a loop. How do I know?
Is it?
I got it. I got the pack that is in. Yes, it is an actual loop. That's a loop. Yeah, and the dude just built. Whoever produced it built all of that around it.
Around it.
Yep. I don't know. Did Hit Boy make this beat? Who made this beat? I can tell you. Boo boo boo.
Tell me.
Who's Chauncey Hollis? What's his real name? Who's Chauncey Hollis? Is that Hit Boy? You know, go look up people's real name. Who is Chauncey Hollis? Hit Boy, ladies and gentlemen. Hit Boy made that. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, because and it was a loop that Hit Boy used
Yeah.
for ninjas and ninjas,
Bears and
ninjas
Patty.
and
But
Patty.
yeah, you had the song back in the day where they used the same sample. But so
Hit Boy.
packs and samples, what's the difference? You had the song by Brat and by Tyrese that came out at the same time. You remember those? Like one
Yep.
was called, I think, What Do You Like?
Yeah.
I don't remember what Brat's was called.
Yo, you had a
I mean, but them tracks was identical.
Because I got to say it, J. Cole and Bryson Tiller used the same.
That's right.
The same sample. I mean, when you think about it, I mean,
and then Montel Jordan used the same.
That was the one. That was the one I was going to say, the Montel Jordan one. Because he had a song that was about to come out, and every song kind of had that same sound to it. He talks about it on I think it's the podcast is We Look Crazy. No, not We Look Crazy. We Sound Crazy. I think that's the name of it.
Yeah, Tyrese, Montel Jordan, and the Brat all had songs with the exact same sample. He said one of them was an interpolation.
It was played.
I mean,
it's the same.
If I'm the consumer, I don't whether it was interpolated, extrapolated,
right,
dedapolated, annihilated. The consumer, they all hear the same thing.
Yep, they hear the same thing. But look. Back to the click debate.
Castrated.
If y'all don't know what this has been named by Mr. Tye Huntley. This part of the episode, the click debate, because you know everybody come up with these lists, right? And I think a lot of these lists they're just there to cause debate. And it gets you to click. It gets you to click on it. So boom, welcome to the click debate, ladies and gentlemen. So Tye, for you, thinking about it, greatest hip hop group of all time.
I mean, and with all fairness, it's got to be Wu-Tang Clan. It's got to be the Wu.
Wu, baby. Wu has got so. We had this conversation, Brian and I, and he was like NWA.
I would say second.
I was like, oh. He said because when you think about NWA, how many? Look at what NWA was able to do from that, right? Easy.
NWA is the new edition of hip hop.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say they're the new edition of hip. You know, I think I heard somebody say Wu-Tang and New Edition compared to each other, not necessarily New Edition and NWA. I probably would. I think that's a good comparison too. NWA. I mean,
honestly, I don't know all the members of Wu-Tang Clan. It was a lot of them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here today, and we greatly appreciate it.
I'm just saying. I mean, you had. I mean, it was like 75 dudes.
They even
protect your neck and protect the deck and correct the check. It was too many.
Them all. They named every single. Hold up, bro. Nope.
And Pentecostal man and.
I'm not gonna do that to Wu.
Old Dirty.
Nope.
I just remember all the members of NWA and you could say the same.
And Master.
Okay, so it's 8 people. All of those names I remember except for You God.
Wait, we gotta add Master Killer and Capadonna.
So I don't.
Yeah.
I know who Capadonna is, and I didn't even know he was in Wu-Tang.
Yeah, Aquaman and Midnight Marauders. What when you say
You said Aquamini. That's Aquemini, man.
Yeah.
You clearly not from Georgia.
I'm not
You
from
just
Georgia.
told on yourself.
Of course, I'm not from Georgia.
You just told on yourself.
I'm from the Lou, baby.
You said Aquamini.
Yeah, Well, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Aquemini is the best hip hop album of all times by a group, and it's by Outkast.
Nah, the best hip hop album is got to be Enter the Woo. The 36 Chambers, yeah.
36 Chambers of Death.
36 Chambers of Death. Wu-Tang Clan strikes again. The RZA.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
No, that's no. That's not. That's
somebody else.
Somebody. That's.
I knew that.
Not okay. Good. That's not.
I was checking you.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But
Outkast, Aquemini, it is the best album of any hip hop group.
I have it, but I just didn't know it was Aquemini. I didn't know that's what they. I guess like Gemini, but it's Aquemini. I guess. I stand ladies and gentlemen. I'm not from the state of Georgia. I am not from the city of Atlantis.
You are not from the home of the lemon pepper.
I'm from Virginia.
The lemon pepper steppers.
St. Louis is home when we say words like her, der.
Yeah.
Right. We don't do Aquamini, right? We her.
Aquamini is crazy. That is out of pocket. Aquamini is wild.
That's what it is.
In the state of Georgia.
Many. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to remember Midnight Marauders is like a Tribe Called Quest album, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Tribe Called Quest. Yep.
Tribe Called Quest is honorable mention, top 5 or 6, but 1, 2, and 3 is.
I mean, it's gotta be Wu-Tang, NWA. For me, it's Wu-Tang, NWA.
And then to me, Outkast is third.
Is Outkast number 3?
Yes.
He said that. He said, see, this is a prime example of I listen to everything you listen to was in your region. This is the disrespect.
That's facts. That's facts because you trying to jam Wu-Tang down everybody's throat.
Right. And I'm not even from New York. Sometimes I feel like I'm from New York, but I'm not from New York, son. But I do feel like but yeah. That was the Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest. I mean, but if I had to really go back, man, I got to think about groups like Leader of the New School. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what?
Soul.
Here's what the internets, the Googles,
here's the internet
say. Let me tell you what the Googles say. You let me tell you, this list right here, you could argue it, but it's no point in arguing it.
What they got?
They got Public Enemy. Even if and this is one where I would say Andre would say, based on their cultural impact, they gotta be high, they gotta be in your top 3.
They gotta be at least top 5.
Cultural impact. So then it's got Tribe Called Quest. Then it's got Outkast, NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, Beastie Boys, and the Fugees.
Yeah, but if you're going off of just culture impact, I mean, I'm a Wu guy, bro. I am Wu shifted.
Clearly,
Wu, bro, because
to a flaw
shifted. Because so think about it, right? So when you think about a group like Wu-Tang, what they were able to do as a group, what they were able to do individually, and this group is still going today, right? So we talk about culture.
I mean, that don't make it right that they still going. It ain't nothing good coming out of that.
That's culture impact, catalog and consistency, influence on other artists, group chemistry, longevity, and relevance. Hell, you didn't even have Andre 3000 who even wanted to perform at the rock and roll induction.
I mean, that's a low blow. So yeah, Andre 3000, he tripping right now. But still, you can't use that to diminish the impact of Outkast.
And the Outkast is y'all gonna hate me. Y'all gonna how long was that impact when Andre was like, I'm done?
I mean, they had already been over 10 years in the game.
Okay, so 10 years. And then 10 years,
I
he's
said
like,
over. Why you just take the 10? Because that's how many members it is in Wu-Tang Clan. It's too many.
Facts. And Wu-Tang birthed other things. And NWA birthed other things. Like New Edition.
Yeah, but you can say the same about the run that Wyclef had, and then the run that Lauryn Hill had.
Which was one album.
And even Prize had a hit or two.
One album. And Prize is going to prison. I'm good. I'm good with the food.
In Wu-Tang Clan been to prison. What are you talking about? they probably got like permanent rooms. They like, oh, you moving into the Wu-Tang suite? Oh, it's your turn.
Whose first two albums? Five Mics. You talking about Outkast? Trust me, I am not gonna knock Outkast. Outkast is with their Aquemini was dope. I said it right, I think.
Yeah, you did. But so
wrong,
what we feel about the Beastie Boys and Tribe Called Quest, though?
I don't think Beastie Boys is better than Outkast. I don't think
oh, they not. No way.
Called Quest is better than Outkast. But I don't think Outkast is better than, from a cultural catalog consistency, influence on other artists, group chemistry, and longevity and relevance. I don't think they have that over NWA and Wu-Tang.
I don't disagree. On my list, I had them as number 3.
Yeah, they'll probably be 3 on my list. Outkast, yeah.
I had them as 3. On this list, they got them as 3. But
I'm starting the question, did you ever listen to? I probably listened to it one time. I'm not from the South. So my musical preferences and taste were not really South oriented, right?
It's ironic that you say that because your favorite rapper is J. Cole, and he literally sounds like he was birthed by Outkast.
Well, not necessarily, because think about when J. Cole left Charlotte, where did he go? He went to New York.
Yeah, but he still sounds Southern.
No, that boy sounds straight like he from Brooklyn. What up, son? Like you can tell when he raps, that was his formulation was from a New York perspective. Yeah, bro.
I don't hear that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't hear that.
Yeah. You may not hear it now, but yeah, that was Cole's whole thing, bro. Like, yeah, because that was the influence, and he had spent so many years up there. That was how he was. You know, I'm a Cole fan. That was his style. Was around the Nas and Jay-Z type of style. But yeah, no, I'm not from the South, so my big influences were not really Outkast. I do love Outkast as a group. I love the songs that I've listened to that I like on their albums. But to sit here and say that, you know, I'm like a diehard Outkast fan, to say that I listen to all their albums, no. I probably heard the albums that I heard on here, of course, were the albums that were like Rosa Parks. I'm looking at it, and probably one or two other ones. But I'm not from the South, so I didn't really listen to Outkast like that. Now, if I was born and raised in the South, then yeah, I'm sure I would have listened to Outkast more than I listened to.
Right, you would have had no choice.
Because when I was growing up in VA, our music was not influenced by the South. It was influenced by the North. I mean, we had people come down from the North to do music. Like I remember my aunt telling me a story, because she worked at the radio station, of when she first met Jay-Z and how Jay-Z was on her radio show. Like, we were heavily influenced by the North, so we didn't get a lot of music from the South. And then when I eventually, moved to St. Louis, it was all Midwest after that. So, yeah. That's why you said, like you never listened. Yeah, because I was not influenced by Southern music.
Yeah, I like Midwest rap too. I actually still think that Twista is like a top 10 rapper that nobody ever really talks about.
Yeah, I don't know why they get him the boot, like, but Twista's dope. Twista's dope.
He's crazy. One of one.
Yep. Yeah, but for me, I think I had to say my top 3: Wu, NWA, and trust me, if I had to compare any other group to Outkast, I think Outkast would be in my number 3, just because of who they are and what they stand for, and the songs that I do like by them are fantastic songs. So,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
say Wu, NWA, Outcast, but Public Enemy is a
they
very close fourth.
yeah, they got to be in like my fifth probably. Is
But
them?
who's above them in the fourth spot?
Man, I probably would have to go with. I probably would go. It's gonna sound crazy. For once again, my music is influenced by the North, right?
You want to
I would
say
probably
like social conflict,
nah
crucial conflict.
nah. Actually, Crucial Conflict were from the South. No, they were from Chicago.
Oh, Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were from Chicago, but they sounded like they were from the South. And I always thought
they
they were
did.
like I'm like them boys sound like they from Louisiana, but they not. 'Cause that's where I actually first heard when I was in the military. That's why I first heard Hey and Crucial Conflict in the club. I was like, yo, these dudes from down here. Cause that's all the music they played was music from Louisiana,
Yeah,
Alabama. So I thought they was friends. And I found out like them dudes from Chicago. But I think I had to put a Tribe Called Quest at number 4.
I
No,
mean, I respect that, but Public Enemy definitely had a greater
they did. They
social and cultural impact than Tribe Called Quest did.
Tribe just has better songs that I like.
To me,
Yeah, that's
the
what's up.
Tribe music, I could definitely listen to it beyond like it's when it was hot. Like it has more of a transcending sound. Public Enemy was
Yeah. Get up,
mo-
get down.
more of a cultural impact than it was a Sonic. And
For me,
actually, they still
yeah.
have like one of the highest selling ever albums for a hip
Mhm.
hop group, but it was built on controversy,
Yeah,
not necessarily the quality of the music to me.
my thing with Public Enemy is that they didn't have enough, for me, enough hits to be culturally from a cultural perspective. Yes, that he said my stuff. He said my. He said my first record I ever bought was EPMD. EPMD is dope. Eric and Paris making dollars is dope. I just don't think they were doper than Tribe Called Quest. Not from not from that category of culture impact, catalog inconsistency, influence in other artists, group chemistry, longevity, and relevance. Think about a Tribe Called Quest, right? Even from that perspective, how many groups came from a Tribe Called? How many just from that core group? Leaders of the New School, De La Soul, the Fushnikins. Even though y'all probably don't know who Fushnikins, y'all may know.
What? I know he might not know the Foosh niggas. I know the Foosh niggas.
Nickens, right? I mean, so there's like a tree right there. So Tribe Called Quest and all those groups stem from them. Busta Rhymes came from the Leaders of the New School, right there. A tribe influenced so many groups from a New York perspective that it birthed other groups that now we know members of those groups. Busta, De La Soul, they just dropped a new album. I think last week. I think it was either this week or last week. De La just dropped a new album, so
Yeah, they did.
I got to check it out because I do love De La Soul though.
Although the number one selling hip hop album of for a group all time, Outkast.
It probably,
It is. Speaker
yeah.
Box and The
I
Love Below.
I can see that. I can see that.
13 times platinum.
Yeah, I can see that. I could 100% see that. But yeah, especially for that one, that album had
It had something for everybody.
it has something for every single person. It wasn't like Southern Playalistic, kind of like me. It wasn't like that. But when
Right.
that album, there's so many things on here, right? That you could, I mean, like, I mean,
1, 2, 3, my baby don't
man, when I heard that, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my good. I was like, wow, when I heard this. Now, of course, there's songs that are on here that I'm like, I probably haven't paid that much attention to. I was like, okay, that's cool. I love these more.
Mhm.
But yeah, this album was, and that's what I love about that album because it had something for everybody. And I think that was the thing about Speaker Box and the Love
Yeah.
Below.
Number one all time
Yeah.
selling hip hop group album.
Yeah, the album did great. I would definitely get Outkast that. That's why they're number 3 for me. No, it's interesting. Y'all put in when y'all watch this, make sure y'all type in what y'all group is. He said, no, Tribe is my number 1. Outkast is my number 2 because they were influenced by Tribe. Has Big Boy. Yeah. I mean, that's true. But if you think about it, Outkast was also influenced by Wu-Tang Clan because there's a song. There's a song.
Wu-Tang Wu-Tang was okay to me. Like
the Outkast. There's a song
I
that
like Method Man. The rest of it was cool.
there's a song that
ODB was cool.
There's a song that Outkast did, and they had Inspector Deck on it. But something happened with the song, and they took off Inspector Deck's verse, but they left him on the actual. And I think it's at the very end of. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, right? I'm not a hip hop guru, but I think there was something about they did a song with Inspector Deck, or was it Raekwon? It was one of those two. I think it's Inspector Deck though, and they left the end part on. But something happened with that whole thing. But anyway,
it was a Wu-Tang verse, so it probably wasn't that good.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for attending.
36 chambers of bionic, bubonic, sutronic, woononic.
Wu-Tang's album hadn't dropped when Outkast came out.
When the Southern Playalistic album came out?
What? Hold on, what? What? Southern Playalistic came out in 1994.
What was Wu-Tang's first album? Was it Heights?
Into the Wu came out in 1993. Outkast is on record saying. As a matter of fact, let me look it up because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, because 36 Chambers came out.
That's the first one I knew of. 36 Chambers.
Yeah, that was the first album. You see, now you're gonna make. Now I got it. Now I got it.
It says November 9th, 1993 is when they dropped Enter the Wu-Tang. 36 Chambers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wu's album dropped before Outkast's album did.
The Hyperbolic.
They came out months apart. How did they influence them? I mean, I think from the perspective, just because somebody comes out at the same time doesn't mean that they can't be influenced by somebody else. Like I got to go find the thing. Me and my homie, we could be rapping at the same time, but I could still be influenced by him to be somebody that is a more aspiring artist. But just because they came out months ago didn't mean that they didn't know each other. Remember, because Wu-Tang came down to Atlanta for Jack the Rapper even before they dropped that album. So they already knew Outkast at that time before Outkast even dropped that album. So from that perspective, Outkast could have seen this group Wu-Tang and seen how they were moving and how they were influencing, many different perspectives and still have been influenced by them. It doesn't mean that just because the album came out around a couple months later. I mean, think about how long it takes for the process back then of an album to be made. It wasn't just kind of make how we got today 2 months. You got a whole album. Like I'm sure the Enter the Wu album was in work since like 1990. I'm gonna find that clip though, because I know I definitely heard Outkast talk about Inspector Deck about it, but yeah. Y'all got me. Now
that's interesting to see because, like you said, a studio album doesn't mean that they didn't have other music already out and circulating, whether it was mixtapes, whether it was shows.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. But either way, Outkast number 3.
They still great groups.
They're not getting off the 3 spot.
Right. Now
I don't care who influenced him.
out the left side of my face, but I got to go find who. Like I said, I think it was Outkast, but I got to go find who said it because there was somebody that said they left Inspector Deck's not verse, but the outro, or maybe it was Raekwon. Maybe it was Raekwon. I think it was Ray. Hold on. I think it was Raekwon. Yes, Outkast featured Raekwon on their 1998 album Gemini. No, Aquamini.
Aquamini is crazy.
The song Skew It on the Barbie. The
Oh, I
collaboration
remember that.
moment, it helped bridge the gap between Southern hip hop and the New York scene. But something happened though, with the inspiration was praised for its quality and considered a landmark moment for both Outkast and Southern hip hop, as Raekwon noted, opened up the door for Southern rappers. So that's who it was. It was Raekwon. It wasn't Inspector Deck. But I wish I could find that thing where Big Boy talked about how Wu, they were influenced by Wu. Yep. But anyway, what else? Are we gonna give a shout out to this artist before we bounce? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
For
it.
the watch list. So we got a segment here, ladies and gentlemen, called the Watch List, where we give homage and highlight an independent creative who is making real moves within the independent music space. And I've talked about this guy plenty of times on the podcast. I haven't had him on the podcast yet because he's always busy traveling and opening up for Keisha Cole and Tank and you name it. But this dude, Kian Martin, who lives here in the A, he's a vocalist and songwriter who has some great music out there. I've seen Kian do some amazing things. And what I love about this gentleman is that he has the ability, along with his management group, they pay attention to their data and analytics, right? They pay attention to what's actually happening and moving in their world. This guy, right? He's not a famous dude. He's an independent, hardworking, independent musician, singer, songwriter. Did a whole not a stadium tour, a whole tour over in Italy. Now, how did he know to go to Italy? How did he have fans over in Italy? It was that he told me, he was like, we knew that we had fans over there because the data told us that. And we sold out in Italy when we went. I was like, wow. And so this guy here is moving the needle to where we all are trying to move the needle to. He is putting in the time, the energy, the effort, the work to do the things that we all are doing on an everyday basis as independent creatives, singers, songwriters, producers, etc.
That's dope. Taipei, here we come.
Let's go.
We bubbling in Taipei.
Yeah, that's right. I'll make sure y'all check out Kian Martin as we give a salute to Kian Martin here on the watch list.
Salute to Ken. Keep going.
Yep, for sure. But I think that's it, man. You got anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to say?
No, it's a lot of new music out this week and last week. So dig into the real music. I know it's some AI music out there too.
We gotta get it. Yo, how come there's a #1 song on the country Billboard somewhere
that's an AI record?
We'll talk about that next time, ladies and gentlemen.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
#1. And it's all fabricated by nobody.
We gotta tighten this thing up, man. This AI stuff is just
Yep.
And I know everybody wants to make sure that they're embracing what is the future, but we can't compromise the culture.
At what cost?
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, we'll get into that next time. But once again, thanks for tuning in. Thank y'all for participating live with us here on the Indie Unplugged. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.